why don't you fantasize about one of the most difficult speaking assignments? Tonight I have been asked to warm up the audience for 5 minutes before the Eclectic Collective Erotic Performance Art at the Carl Cherry Theater. And I will be asked to stand in front of a curtain without a lectern, without a podium, without a microphone. The theater is very small, it seats only about 80 to 100 people, and deliver comedy. It was supposed to be comedy about drinking and drugs, and I didn't think that was very funny, till I learned about our great-great-grandparents and why they were happier. This is a bottle of Bayer's heroin. Between 1890 and 1910, heroin was sold as a non-addictive substitute for morphine. It was also used to treat children suffering with a strong cough. Coca wine, anyone? Metcalfe's Coca wine had an amount of cocaine in wine. Everybody used to say it made you happy, especially when it was used as a medicinal treatment. One of the most popular Coca wines was Mariana wine. It was the most famous in 1875 when Pope Leo XIII used to carry a bottle with him everywhere. He awarded Angelo Mariani, the producer, with a Vatican gold medal. Maltine was made by the Maltine Manufacturing Company in New York, and it was suggested that you should take a full glass with every meal. Children only needed to take half a glass. And this paperweight promoted a Coca wine by Boehringer and Son, and they were proud of being the biggest producers of wine that not only had cocaine, but it also had quinine in it, which was good for arthritis. Now I have asthma, but nobody has ever given me opium for asthma. At 40% alcohol plus 3 grams of opium per tablet, it didn't cure your asthma, but you didn't care. And cocaine was given in cough drops and tablets to stage actors and to singers and teachers and preachers to maximize their voice and their performance. It was great to smooth the voice. And cocaine drops were given for toothaches. They were very popular for children in 1885. Not only did they relieve the pain of the toothache, but they made the kids very happy. And finally, opium was given to newborns. I'm sure this would make them sleep very well. Not only opium, but 40% alcohol. So it is no wonder that our great-great-grandparents called them the good old days. They were stoned from cradle to grave.
Fellow Toastmasters, and especially Pat, it's my pleasure to evaluate your speech on why our great-grandparents were happier. The purpose of your speech was to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, which you're getting from me now, and then apply the feedback for a second speech. So I definitely am really looking forward to a second speech about the same topic. And you did all those things, and it was really good. I'm going to talk about what you excelled at, what I think you may want to work on in the future, and then to challenge yourself on that second speech, especially, but into the future as well. So the things that I think you really excelled at, surprise. I think when I heard the title of your speech, I was not thinking that you were going to be talking about anything that you talked about. And the moment that you started bringing up the cards and explaining about all the medicine, it was a great surprise to me, and I thought it was really funny and well done. The humor throughout was great. You used one-liners very well, consistently. I really like the style. You seem very confident up here, and you have great timing in giving your jokes. The things that I think that you may want to work on, obviously the timing was a little short, and I think you could change that by adding to the introduction or the conclusion. And that kind of goes with the organization. I do kind of think you spent too much time maybe on the body, and then you could add to the intro or the conclusion, and maybe for the conclusion have some sort of like words of wisdom. And it doesn't have to necessarily be serious words of wisdom. It could have been another joke talking about not doing drugs, or I wrote down, you could write something like, friends don't let friends give their children heroin, cocaine, or opium. Unless they want their kids to turn out like their great-grandparents.
That's good, thank you.
So, the one-liners that I really enjoyed were, you said, it didn't cure your asthma, but you didn't care. It relieved the pain of toothaches, but it also made the kids very happy. And then the good old days, stoned from cradle to grave. I thought your use of grammar and words and variety were excellent. So I'll try not to fantasize too much about evaluating your second speech about this topic if I'm around and while you're giving it. But I really enjoyed it, and thanks for a great speech.